restricting children to 18 years for tertiary admission belongs to the stone ages. These are the words of Atiku to Tinubu. That Tinubu is acting like a lost sailor on the sea, a man who does not understand the direction of how to chart the course of a ship. I mean, what's your reaction?
If I should get that question very well, you are talking about Tinubu and Atiku, if I'm correct.
Yes, whereby Atiku is, is tearing Tinubu apart for trying to pass a bill that anybody below 18 years cannot be allowed into the tertiary university. And Atiku is saying that Tinubu is a stone age man, that belongs to the era of 16th century. That now nobody should be denied of gaining admission into university, be it the person is 13 or 14 years, provided the person has the intellectual capacity.
That's the consequences of what we are seeing today. That's the consequences of Muslim ticket. That's the consequences of Nigeria not being what they are supposed to be or what they are meant for. Nigeria is a secular nation and we should be able to balance it in that direction. And once it is not balanced and people come up with different theories against the principle of establishment of Nigeria, against the principle of amalgamation, then we cannot to experience, anti people policies and then about. It has its advantage and it has its own disadvantages too, because it can be telling me that somebody that is so that some of their people get married at the age of 12, 13 years, and you are coming back to tell us that somebody should be up to 18 years before you can be given admission into the university. Tells you the hypocrisy of leadership in Nigeria. Atiku might not be far from the real thing, because in the northern part of the country, if you are up to 18, you're already married with children or whatever. That's the way they are being cultured. So the one I'm saying that there shouldn't be age limit to certain things that has to do with upbringing of the nation. Because education plays a very very vital role in strengthening and building in the nation building. Education is very important. Without education, I don't think that both of us are going to be here today to exchange views on issues like this. That's one. Two, education brings a lot of innovations, so there shouldn't be any barrier to that regard. But on the other note, again, you understand, we have to understand the fact that the educational system, that we are running currently now, is filled up with corruption. It's corrupt system, because there's a massive corruption, malpractice in the educational system. People are exposed to malpractices. As far as education is concerned, people no longer go to school for the sake of acquiring knowledge, and that is the reason why we are seeing so many professors today that have no functional knowledge. So the article, for me, I'm still looking at that. Maybe a government should look at it properly and review it and see how they can come up with a more balanced policy in that regard. If you are saying that somebody should be up to 18 before he get to be able to give in admission, to the university, I don't think that will actually be something to write home about. To be very honest with you, there are people who come with different grades and different talents, and before you know it, before the age of 13 or 12 or 13 years, they are already through with secondary school, and they are brilliant, and they want to move on. That's going to that policy is going to take us a little bit backward in terms of people in pursuit of their interests, in whatever or under whatever guardian, So it is going to limit a lot of things. I think they should be able to look at it. Apart from trying to curb immorality in the educational system, and to be able to breed a moral, valued society, I think that policy is also on the other side a good one.
Really?
Yes, because let me give you let me give you.
Are
Let
you
me.
really?
That's what I'm telling you, that it should be balanced, and certain things should be, reactivated on it. And if there's a place they need to put a clause, they should also come up with clauses. To make sure that we build a Nigeria. Everybody in Nigeria, in the era of social media, people are becoming extremely exposed to immorality, and there's so much loss of value and juvenile malpractices everywhere now.
Can you list two positives that you think that policy can bring?
No, I think it will give a society a moral value,
Moral value?
a sustainable moral value, and it will also give the parents the guidance, a time to inculcate a certain culture and tradition, that, because they said charity begins at home. Teach a child. That's what the Bible says. Teach a child. You teach a child from the beginning, of his life, and be able to manage and nurse the child to a certain a level, where it will adequately be deemed fit. And remember that there's a certain things you don't do before you get to the age of 18, and there's some certain things you do when you get to the age of 18. So why did they now put a certain barrier, so that you'll be able to bear the consequences of whatever that is come with the action you took when you are a little bit above 18, or when you are below 18. So I believe that within that era of being 18, or before you become 18, you would have been able to absorb enough moral tradition and cultural values would have been imparted to you by your environment, by your guardian, by your parents, that will help you in future to contribute values to the society and to the community where you belong.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu, for that brilliant submission. Mr. Raphael, Atiku says that Tinubu is out here to mortgage Nigeria for his friends and family.
Atimole, he hit the nail on the head.
And Obi especially says that Nigeria are in problem because bandits are in Asoro.
Yes, bandits has taken over everywhere in Nigeria, and the bandit that is an Asoro is what symbolically means who? Vice President of Nigeria. I don't miss my word. Obegele Okosaris is an Igbo woman. Katima was the governor of Borno State, whose compound was housing Kabiru Sokoto. Kabiru Sokoto, the guy that bombed Mandala Church, was discovered in Katima's compound. Nothing was done. Who bombed Jonathan to say anything? If Jonathan talks, they will kill him at Asorok there. They will package him like stockfish in a carton and bring him back to southern Nigeria.
Even as a president?
As a president, then go sardine, the way they pack sardine. They'll bring him back down to Ejoland. Jonathan no dey fear. If Jonathan tells you what actually he discovers at Asorok, everybody will keep mum. Okay? There are bandits at Asorok, as Obegele Okosaris said. It is true. Do you know why? Atiku's statement on Tinubu mortgaging Nigeria is 125% correct. Tinubu is running a business, a transactional government in Nigeria. When your money is big, Tinubu boys will allow you. Come and see him, come and see him, come and see him, come and see him. Give us 15%. They will be whispering in your ear. That is a transactional government. Because everything about Tinubu government is business, transactional government. Are you listening to me? At least Kotsi, Ajip and Owando. What happened to Ajip? Who are the receivers of money, subsidy money? Where does the money realized from subsidy go? Where is it going? Going into someone's private account, offshore account in the Western world. That's the subsidy business for you. And that business went on well since last year. We discovered this year when Dangote was at least agreed. Could be that Dangote was not agreed. Nobody would have known that Nigerian oil refining company is in Malta, owned by somebody, managed by his family members, where he has taken away Owando and Ajip from the stakeholders. He's now become the biggest stakeholders in those oil companies and the subsidies are collected by the oil marketers from Owando and Ajib. They are stealing the money. Is it not Dangote's issue that brought all this hidden issue? Dangote now dig deep. After digging deep from the depth, Dangote brought it up and showed to the whole world. The white knows. In fact, the white analysts, they are the best because they can open your brain and put it inside your brain. They are analysis for you to understand or digest. Are you listening to me? So what we are talking about? What are we talking about? It's a transactional government. Yes, Asorok is full of bandits. Obegelo Kosiles, Obegelo Kosiles, and so on and so forth. Why? Chatima Kachima was once discovered. The video went viral. Oga, you can chop, Photoshop, you can edit, photo edit, but very difficult. Could you edit video? This video was 100% correct, tested and verified, proven by software experts, IT experts, that it was not edited. Kachima Chetima, what was he doing with the bandits in the bush? Kissing and hugging them. Somebody said that Asorok bandit is there and people are doubting him. It is no lie, it is the truth. What was Chetima doing in the bush with those bandits? Hugging and kissing them, opening the veils, the mask they use to cover their face. What was he doing there? Who asked him? Did Buhari ask him? Buhari could not ask him because Buhari was having Pantami, one of his ministers.
Yeah, Issa
Pantani. A supporter of Al Qaeda, a terrorist. America did not do anything. America is supposed to be here and arrested in Whiskey Mall. America is playing the role of overall police against terrorism across the earth. The whole world. They have OGA, Office of Genuine Access, Office of Global Access, has given America the impetus to come to Nigeria and pick Pantami. God knows I'm saying the truth. They will never look at Buhari. America was just very silent. A terrorist in Nigerian government. Today, the same terrorist, a vice, and we're not hiding it again. Chetima knows. Chetima was the man telling us that 88,000 is enough for each family in Nigeria to feed. 8,000. 8,000, can you feed your children in a day? 8,000 cannot. Okay, if you buy ingredients, you can't buy garri that all of them will eat without 8,000. After cooking soup with 8,000, good. Where is garri money? Where are you going to buy garri? Kachima is a blind man. If anything happens to Tinubu, Nigerians listen, Islamization is here. That man is an Islamist, an extremist from southern Algeria. The Chua Arab we have that migrated from Yemen. He's from Borno State now. He is from Borno State. They migrated from Yemen and Sudan. They don't think we don't know history. If anything happens to Tinubu, oh, sorry will be all Nigerians for themselves. You know what now? Let Tinubu leave. Peacefully, Tinubu will leave. Constitutionally, power will be ceded to someone else. But if you want to follow the principles of federal, presidential system of government, if Tinubu, if eventuality happens, okay, Chetima will take over the administration and Nigeria will explode.
Thank you very much for that, brilliant submission, Mr. Raphael, once again.